Yo, it's the Stupidly Small podcast for Wednesday, 21st of January 2015. Last as the petering out summercast. I'm Stu Fella. Hello, Lauren Clark.
Hello, Stu Farrell.
I thought I said Stu Fella, but
I kind of thought you did too.
it's all right. But it's
Good
good
on
not
you,
to
little
mention
fella.
that. Yeah, it's
Attaboy.
good not to mention those things. We're halfway through the week here at Stupidly Small podcast headquarters. And I must say, Lauren, that we were just mentioning that we're not lying down taking anything anymore.
Yeah, we're not.
Well, it's weird that it's taken us, I mean, you're obviously a lot younger than I am, but it's taken us to this point in our still young lives.
Yeah.
That
To just stand up for ourselves.
yeah. Do you think it's because we're getting steamrolled by everything else, like business and
Just feel attacked
government?
on all fronts, really, don't we?
Well, you'd sort of do, don't you?
You know,
Like attacked is a sort of probably the extreme end of anything, but it really does feel that everyone and every entity and everything is trying to extract something from you at some point.
It does.
And it's time that us and we are.
And also nobody listens. That's the other thing. Nobody listens. So nothing changes, and the same powerful people are still powerful, and the same, pipsqueak people like us are still pipsqueaks.
Well,
and,
I was going to say we are officially, and I would say safely within the major group of society known as the little people.
The little people.
We are the little people.
And so things like even, I can't read anymore. I cannot read a story about climate change or in Australia, asylum seekers at the moment. I can barely physically make my way through reading even a story about it because the sense of powerlessness is so intense. And so I suppose choosing some small, one-on-one battle with somebody else who's taking you on is probably the most empowering thing you can do on a very small front.
I did that yesterday.
Did you?
When it comes to small fronts,
Yeah.
I had cause to set up a bank account, and I did the online transaction.
Sounds so dodgy already. Yeah.
How do you mean?
I don't know.
Well, that's what one does in life.
Was it a Swiss bank account?
No, but I wish I had a Swiss bank account because the value of the Swiss franc has just gone kapow.
Right.
So if I did, as I once did, have many Swiss bank accounts, the value of them would have skyrocketed in the last fortnight. As you know, they lifted the cap, and as a result, people have become more wealthy. People have become more wealthy, which is great. And speaking of wealth, just as an aside, I heard on a radio station. I'm not going to claim this as any sort of research. I just heard it in my daily goings about that the 1% that we all crap on about, the 1% of the wealthiest people on the planet will soon officially own more than everyone else.
Everyone else.
It's.
I read it too. I read it in the paper. I know it's horrifying.
But we're not a political
bank
podcast.
account. No. So tell me the small thing. Did you at least have a victory? Where you're not from not lying down against.
I had a
some
version
small,
of a victory, because I did the online because these days you don't go into a bank branch, you just do it online. You can open bank accounts now without anyone ever seeing you.
Yeah, you can,
Okay?
can't you? It's a bit scary.
So it is a bit scary because, it's good if you're a crook because they're starting to open those avenues again. Once upon a time, to be a criminal, it was very easy to open bank accounts, pass dodgy money, have scammy companies, all that. Then with the advent of online and internet securities, better cross checks, there was a time there for the poor criminal where you couldn't. It was a lot harder, but now that those sort of systems have become lax again. So they're starting to get a bit of a leg up again. So the crook can, if with the right numbers. Excuse me.
Having said that, the crook has can now set up a bank account. You set up a bank account.
Yes. So I've set up. Well, I tried to.
Right.
And this machine. It was like a race against the machine.
Right.
So I'm not going to give you the name of the bank. It's just Bank A.
Yeah.
And I'm putting in details. Tap 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 tap.
Oh my God, this is precious time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And just as I got towards the end, and sorry, your session is timed out for security reasons.
Timed out. They should at least give you a 5-second warning.
Well, that's right. I said, maybe I've dawdled a bit here. Or I was thinking about my answers. So do it again. I won't do the tapping, but you'd imagine what I was doing.
Yeah.
But a bit quicker this time, timed out. I'm going, oh, okay. All right, gotcha. I know what I'm going to write in here. I've done it twice now. I know all the answers. So it's not tapping anymore. It's like rapid fire. I'm in there. I'm banging it all out.
Yeah.
And now it's like it's toying with me. It's timing out on the first page.
Oh, my God.
I know this doesn't all go well. Eventually, after about 5 times, I get to the end. But then when it does the review and sends it off, so thanks a lot, I realised I put in all the wrong information because I was freaking out. I put in my email address as a company name. There was all this different stuff everywhere. I've gone, I can't ring the bank. So they sent me, an email saying, thanks a lot. Here's your reference number. Someone will ring you in the next day or so just to get it all going. Nobody called. A few days later, I called them.
Yeah.
Gave them the reference number that they sent me via email.
Yeah.
Oh, no, hang on. Can we put you on hold? This is after 10 minutes. They put me on hold. I bounced around the whole Bank A system. There was a point where I got put through to someone's wife at home, I'm sure. So they're going, hello. I'm going, yeah, I'm just on hold for the thing. And they're going, oh, really? What? And then this person puts, like I'm bouncing around.
Right. 20
20 minutes in, someone goes, oh, look, I see you've got that number. We don't have you on file anywhere. Let's start this process again.
Oh
I said, this doesn't fill me with confidence. Let's not start the process again. I'm going to shop around.
Yeah.
And if you're not, if there's nothing that beats your product, I'll come back.
Yeah.
Very indignant. He goes, fine, see ya.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I found a better product.
Yeah.
Did it simple. I'm glad I made the change. But I did the same thing with a telco, just briefly.
Yeah.
Had an hour-long online, then an hour-long conversation on the phone with the telco yesterday, having major dramas.
Can you still do that thing where you go, I am going to leave if you do not fix this? What else can you offer me and things like that?
Yeah, I was doing all that.
Yeah, but does it work anymore?
Well, I wanted to leave. It was going to cost me $1,000 to leave. By the end of it, I was paying more for my... the guy thought he had me on a string because he thought he was Mr. I'm the saviour. I'm going to save this guy and get him paying more. He got me paying more.
So he was that guy.
No, but I knew what he was doing, but he didn't think I knew it. But I needed what he was giving me, but I got it cheaper anyway. It was going to happen, regardless.
So confused. But okay, good.
Yeah.
So you're feeling good about it. Yeah.
He was trying to tell me about data, your mobile data.
Yeah.
He's trying to tell me about what the internet is. And
adorable.
Right? And then at one stage, and I let this slide through, he's going, okay, and then it's on your phone, and if you do this and blah, 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 blah. But look, just get one of your kids to, just get your phone and to switch off this and then the roaming.
This is that thing where you sound old.
I must have, because he mentioned it twice, and then third time he goes, now you do have children, don't you? I said, no, I don't have children, and I'm not a pensioner. I know what the internet is. He goes, okay, great, thanks.
God.
I couldn't believe he was telling me to get my kids
That is...
to adjust my internet settings on my phone. How old do I sound?
You obviously sound old because we have got this before where people have said, how old is Stu? He sounds like it's about 107. What is up with you?
Well, at least he wasn't asking for my grandkids.
But it's probably because you weren't telling him long stories about how youth of today and,
I remember before we had... No,
because you do tend to do that.
I do not. You painted me as a Grandpa Simpson type. Anyway, one of our listeners, Lauren Clark.
Yeah, so this was the original thing we were going to talk about, is what we're standing up against.
And we're just about out of time being a stupidly small summer
Typical,
cast.
of course we are. One of our listeners did write to us, Andrew.
We briefly mentioned him yesterday morning.
Andrew, I usually get... We get feedback. We love feedback. So actually, if you write to us and say that there's a problem with something, or you're not into it or whatever, then, let us know, right? We actually really do like that. We get a lot of it. We get a lot of people suggesting things and asking things and whatever. Love it. Bring it on. Mm-hmm. If you write, G'day, I'm liking you podcasts, but the bins are killing me. Was funny for about one day, but since then, well, let's just drop it, hey? Otherwise, keep up the good work. Now, that is fine, except that let's just drop it, hey, sounds so deeply patronising.
Patronising?
Now, he has subsequently written back and become a little bit, he's explained himself a little bit more because we did mention him yesterday.
We gave him a plug.
And I understand that Stupidly Bins, which is a silly idea that happened, I can't even remember how, one day, and it's completely overtaken my life. I get requests from people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand that maybe we need to mix that up, which is exactly what we were going to do. They were going to end at the end of the small, tiny summercasts, weren't they, Stu Farrell?
They were indeed.
However, I feel like maybe just to really annoy Andrew,
Yeah.
we should just keep them up and just be just a tiny bit patronising.
Oh, put your bins out, hey?
Don't you think?
What do you think? Hey?
Bins. Look, Andrew.
You're officially our bad guy.
You're the, you are the what, can we have an enemy?
Well,
Show's
no,
enemy.
He's the yang to Sebastian Pencil's yin.
Oh, totally. Andrew and Sebastian.
So we've got our good and bad points now.
Yeah, we do.
So thank you. Hello to our good friend Sebastian Pencil, by the way.
And Andrew,
Hello, Andrew.
You
Hey.
can maybe be like that one day.
You're our
aren't
foil.
you cute? Aren't you adorable?
And
with
this
your
one,
little trying to have a go.
This morning,
Yes.
let's dedicate the bins to Andrew because we're going to get out of here.
We got to get out of here, and it is Wednesday. It is bin night, as he has pointed out in his subsequent emails.
This is true.
It's bin night in Reservoir every night.
He's not an idiot. He might be our bad guy, but he's certainly on the money.
But don't you love a bad guy who's like absolutely going to challenge you, like who is, smart, not the stupid dog?
There's a columnist in Australia here, for those that don't listen to Australia, called Andrew Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
And people say that about him.
What? That at least
Look, he's a
smart.
lunatic, but he's very intelligent.
Right.
So he
you
can
don't
argue
wanna-
his crazy ideas with you.
Yeah.
He's very well read and he can back it
Yeah.
up, and he has substance behind him. He's not just ranting on a
Andrew
microphone.
is our Andrew Bolt.
Ooh.
Let's do it. Hey Andrew, these bins are for you, okay? Attaboy. Reservoir, West Melbourne, Montmorency, Glenlyon and Trentham. I keep getting people telling us that it's like recycle bin night, every fortnight, and green bin night. No, even I, who's able to defend Stupidly Bins to Andrew, is not going to defend my right to tell you whether it's recycle night. Hey Stu Farrell.
It's the end, Andrew. Bit of advice for the day. Never take on Lauren Clark. See you tomorrow.
Bye Andrew.